What is up, guys? In this video we are doing a Jubilee type beat, so we're basically going to recreate the Spectrum series on the Jubilee YouTube channel, but we're doing it digitally in a Valorant custom game. So let me just hop on Valorant real quick and I'll explain to you guys what's about to go down. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna say a series of statements and the participants will either agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or stay neutral. So for example, I could say something like, I believe Sentinels is the best Valorant team in the world. And if I'm neutral on that statement, I would stay in the middle. If I agree with that statement, I'll hop on over to the right here. If I strongly agree with that statement, I'll go all the way to the right. And if I disagree, I'll hop on to the left right here. And if I strongly disagree, I'll hop all the way to the left right here. So yeah, simple as that. It should be fun hearing any potential disagreements. Now for this video, I somehow convinced 5 people to participate in it. Now these 5 players represent a wide range of ranks, so we can accurately represent the Valorant player base. So it should be interesting to see how the answers differ from rank to rank, if they even differ in the first place. So yeah, this should be fun. Let's hop right in. First statement is, I have an addiction to buying skins.
Wow. Yeah.
You can see our knives.
True. They have nice skids, but I wouldn't say I have an addiction to buying all of them. I think there's only like a select few that I really like that I would be willing to spend money on.
I'm on agree. I only put agree because if I see something in the shop that like I've been wanting for like the longest time, I will go and buy it. Like no questions asked. So
Doesn't matter how expensive.
I buy a lot. No. If I've been like waiting for it, I will buy it. But like I won't like go out and buy full bundles. I think that's why I'm on agree. I don't buy a full bundle.
I kind of have a problem. I've bought quite a few bundles, and it's kind of a problem I've carried over from Fortnite.
I took a poll to buy my first ever skin in this game, and I've held out since beta. I don't think it's worth it. I think once you start, you like most likely can't stop, or like you're less inclined to stop. So like, why start? You know?
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion because I don't own any skins.
Yeah, because he's got too many accounts.
Excuse me.
Jet is the best agent in Valorant.
Agent.
Interesting. Interesting.
You see the jet main over there?
The jet
See him? Only one to strongly agree.
So, the reason why I play it so much, right, is because I like a character that's just, it's easy to play, but it's like hard to master. You know what I mean? Like what's so hard to understand about, you know, she's got a dash and some smokes, right? And she can just updraft on whatever. I think she's so versatile because it's like you can play her on any map, right? No one's gonna be like, why are you playing Jet? We're on Breeze, we're on Ascent, we're on Bind. You know, it doesn't matter. It's you're gonna play her and you're saying I'm gonna hit my shots and I can make room for us as like a duelist. You know what I mean?
Why do y'all hate Jet?
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
Whoa.
Okay, why do y'all disagree?
Strong statement.
Am I on that line? I don't think so.
Okay.
It's hard to like say that someone's the best agent, right? Because I feel like there are a lot of agents that can counter other agents.
I feel like it really depends on the player rather than the character they play. Or you can be like a really good like Sova, but you can be like an awful Jet. So it's like it really doesn't matter about the character, it's just the player who's playing the character. I don't think there's a best agent really. It's just how you play them.
That's pretty good. I agree with that.
That's a pretty good statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a best agent because I think depending on which map, right, there's agents shine on different maps.
The Phantom is better than the Vandal.
Oh.
I would say a little. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did used to like the Phantom, but I started practicing the Vandal. Now I can't use the Phantom anymore. But like, the Phantom definitely does seem more like, I don't know.
Phantom's more user friendly in comparison to the Vandal. Like Vandal, like you kind of have to have your spray down unless you're like burst firing. But I think the Phantom itself, like if you were to spray and pray, like you'll get way like luckier than the Vandal.
I just made the switch to Phantom. I've maybe within like the last week. I mean, yeah, I was playing with you when I was like, you know what, I'm a Phantom player now because, I mean, I've literally been just strictly Vandal only. I hated the Phantom because I hated those moments where it's like, oh, I head tapped him for 140 because, you know, he was just a little bit too far. But the problem I was having was the spray with the Vandal. It kind of just likes to just do whatever it wants sometimes, and I saw that the moments where I was whiffing with my spray on the Vandal was becoming way more than those 140 moments with the Phantom.
Well, if we're doing the debate of Phantom versus Vandal, I'm on neutral only because it just really depends on your situation of the fight. Like I agree that Vandal is definitely better long range, but Phantom like obviously shines in closer range, mid-range fights. That's why I'm only on neutral, because I can do well with both Vandal and Phantom. It just has to be the day, like which day I'm feeling, you know, which gun. So I don't really prefer one over the other. It's just how I'm feeling that day.
For me, I'm neutral mainly because I think everything depends on angle selection. So if we're talking purely about like whether it's better or not, it really depends on your angle. For example, be long on Icebox, the Vandal is much better than the Phantom there. But if you like take a shorter angle, the Phantom's better. So I'd say it really depends on angle selection.
Alrighty, that's another tough one. Aim is the most important skill in Valorant.
Oh.
Nah, hell nah. My aim is trash in this game.
Take your time. Take your time to think about it.
Yeah, I used to think aim was like the biggest thing. After playing a little while, I realized that it's like game sense is really important too in this game.
I feel like if you have like some sort of game sense, you can like really figure out where your enemies are, and you can just hold angles there. You don't really need aim, sort of, in that sense. Just being able to like hold angles and have the right crosshair placement.
I think I'm set on neutral. Aim is really good, obviously, right? Because you know some people are just cracked and their aim can just take them just really far. But I'm blanking on the guy's name, but there's like an immortal / radiant. He's like a Cypher main, but he plays controller only.
That's nerf.
That's his name. That's nerf.
The infamous That's nerf.
Plays Valorant with the controller, and he's a judge on the Cypher, and he's in immortal like radiant games. And at that point, it was like aim doesn't matter. Like, I mean, the guy, he just, you know, he knows where to play, he knows how to play it. That was the moment where it was like, okay, I guess maybe like I'm overthinking my aim. You know, there's probably other things to be focusing on.
I strongly disagree because while aim's nice, it might get you like those like flashy kills. I would say like around like 90% of the kills you get in this game aren't really based on your aim. Obviously you have to meet like a certain minimum level of aim. But the rest of it is like whether you or not you miss like the easy kills, which aren't really aim dependent as much as like when I think of aim, I think of like the insane flicks, right? Even if you cut those out, right, you're gonna get most of the kills just being in the right position. But overall, like having good positioning, game sense, crosshair placement is gonna be the reason why you win like 90% of the rounds.
Aim can get you so far. Like honestly, I think if you have solid aim and you have like a fairly decent team, like you'll still get into like diamond. But like I see everyone else's side that like game sense is there. But like say like you have like game sense and you know where to position, but your aim isn't there, then you're gonna miss the shot because you're whiffing. I don't know in my mind anymore. I keep looking back and forth between strongly disagree and strongly agree. And I've had people like on my team that are like cracked gamers and they have like the nastiest of flicks. And I'm like, they're like 30-5 and we win the game easily. But like people who have game sense but like keep whiffing are like we're still losing like super close games. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I'll agree with that. Everyone does need like a certain minimum amount of aim. But I just like think that at some point if you play enough, hopefully the aim will catch up.
I cannot relate.
Alright, one last one. The Valorant rank system is fair and accurate. Yeah.
Kidding. Kidding.
I don't know.
Oh.
Because I'm just bringing myself down at this point. Okay, you guys go. Yeah, maybe I'll change my mind.
You come across like some players in gold that are like cracked out of their minds, and then some that are like, you know, you're like, what are you doing? You know? And it's not like one of those rounds where you just like Papega, where they just Papega. It's kind of like they're just like that the entire game, but they're like a much higher rank than you. And it's a little confusing because it's like, you know, like I feel like, you know, in those ranks you could obviously get carried up.
I agree. I think like nowadays there's a lot more Smurfs in like Valorant, and so it's harder to rank up. People's aims are cracked. They're like being in elos that they shouldn't be, taking away like elos from players that are actually there or trying to boost up. And like Valorant is like trying to like make that better by like only having like duo queues past a certain ranking system. But I mean, if we think about it now, how many Smurfs there are in every elo, I think it's still clearly not fair. And people that are in super high elos, they're just boosted because, like, hey, you're Pepega.
Damn, call
like,
them out.
I mean, you're
Call
you're
them
being like you run into people in super high elos that are like the game sense isn't there, their aim isn't there, and it's clear that they shouldn't be in that rank, but someone boosted them to that rank. Versus someone like who's like hard stuck, let's say like in gold, that has the aim, that has the game sense, but can't get out of that rank because of all the Smurfs that they're going against, trying to boost those like higher elo players.
Yeah.
I agree with the
Agreed.
Smurf thing. I feel like because I'm silver 2 right now, and it's really hard to solo queue and even 5-stack in this game, just because like the teams we go against are a lot harder.
It'll always be a problem because there'll always be like that craving for the good players to want to just pub stomp. You know what I mean? Like I can make my 6th, 7th, 8th account right now, and you know get it comp ready pretty easily. I mean, I think as long as you can do that, I mean, it'll always be a problem.
But yeah, I think it's too easy to make an account and get it rank ready. I think one thing they could bring back is just like having separate queues for solo and duo, and then like 3 stacking and above. If they had like separate rank systems for them, that would be pretty cool. Because I could tell you for sure that if you're someone that has climbed through a 5-stack into gold, you are not the same player as someone that has solo duo to gold. Mainly because there's so much more Smurfs in 5-stacking.
I think that's it. Everybody, you guys could get a 10-second shout out. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to Edward.
Like that
Tap
bell.
the bell. Tap the bell.
Get notified when
Get
he posts
notified.
a new
when-
video.
Don't forget to follow that
streaming
TikTok
on Twitch.
for that close up face.
Oh.
Handsome.
28